Hey guys, we're starting the next live stream, this time in Halloween edition. We will be talking about facing our fears. So, let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Oh, Kristin is with us. How are you doing, guys? Hey, nice to see you here. Kristin, I will try to accept you, but Instagram sometimes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. We've got this.
Oh, wow.
Ah, hey.
That's great. I don't know if I'll be able to pick you seriously. I just grabbed this from my daughter's bedroom.
So I think I could be a makeup artist.
It looks really good. You spend a lot of time on that.
About an hour, and I forgot to charge my phone. So I hope.
Aw.
Okay. Hey, so nice to see you here.
Oh, it's good to see you too. I know we've been trying to do this for a while, but it fits that it's for Halloween.
Yeah, and it is about facing our fears. So I decided to do this way because it will be fun, but we also know how important it is to face our fears, especially when we speak about anxiety disorders and OCD.
Yeah, especially with, you know, the harm OCD theme that a lot of us are pretty familiar with.
Yeah, so I'm so excited for this live stream. Hey guys, if you want to ask for something, you can leave questions in question box down here, or you can ask directly in the comments. We are so excited to answer all questions. But first, thank you so much for accepting this invitation. This is uh, something amazing because I saw you in Chicago, but we are not able to talk. So I'm so excited that we can be here, especially when we can talk
Mhm.
about OCD and about ERP.
Yeah, I think we ran into each other like the last day as I was trying to get a taxi to go to the airport. I think it
Yeah,
was right
yeah,
at the
yeah,
very
yeah,
end.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm really happy. And can you please tell us who you are, what are you doing, and then we can start with our topic.
Yeah. Well, I am Kristen Rispoli. I'm a mental health therapist and I specialize in OCD and BFRBs, which are body focused repetitive behaviors. So that includes hair pulling or skin picking, nail biting. I have a lived experience with OCD as well. Mine started around age 10, but it was the most debilitating. Right. Oh my gosh, you're it was the most debilitating right after I had my daughter 6 years ago, where I actually had to go into the hospital for a few days to get
Yeah.
things kind of settled with medication and stuff like that. But so I bring the lived experience in with to my practice, and yeah, I love what I do, and I am so excited to do this live with you.
Yeah, finally, because I followed you for, I think, last 2 years. I saw your account, and I also started my account after my diagnosis in 2023. Because I wanted to share my experience and my feelings at the beginning for myself, because it was for me a safe space where I can uh, tell out loud what I feel inside. But then I realized that it can help people. So I am here at this point, and I'm really glad that we can be here together with all those amazing people. Hey, Marta. So we
Mhm.
will we are going to speak today about really important thing, about facing our fears, about ERP. And we both know that ERP is something that helps many people struggling with OCD.
Yes. Yeah. It helped me tremendously. I went through ERP myself about 6 years ago.
Yeah, and this is maybe not so people at the beginning of their journey are really afraid of facing their fears because this seems to be not logical to
Hmm.
do things that really scare us. But we know
Yeah.
that the really big problem is avoidance, our compulsions, because compulsions, avoidance, or reassurance seeking works like a fuel for our OCD.
Hmm. Yeah. And what we have to be really mindful of are those, not just physical compulsions if we have those, but also the mental compulsions. So what I tell clients is like, even though you're doing that amazing physical exposure, if you're still in your head telling yourself it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, it's like all that work that you just did kind of just canceled itself out. So it can be hard to, yeah, recognize that there's also those mental compulsions going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And how can we, especially at the beginning of our journey, start with exposure and response prevention? Because we know that at the beginning, especially at the beginning, this is really terrifying to start doing really hard exposures. And many times it is impossible to face those scary thoughts, scary feelings, or do exposure in our mind as imagination, because this is really scary.
Yeah, it can be really, really overwhelming. Because again, these intrusive thoughts or images or commands, they really attack things that we care about, and they go completely against our values. A few things I like to do with getting started with exposures with some clients instead of, I think a lot of people think that we're going to have them do like a full 10 out of 10 exposure that very first day. But two things I like are the delay method and to flip a coin. I can go into those. Um, if I thought today was a costume live, you look normal. I guess you look normal.
I'm I discovered after Chicago that I can be my authentic self, so here I am.
I think it's great.
And I
um,
have helpful hand here, so
that's
always by my
awesome.
side.
Do you just have that laying around your house, or did you get that for this Halloween or for this live?
No, this is my daughter's hand because she loves Wednesday.
Okay, that's really cool. Well, wait, how old is your daughter?
She's 11.
How old?
11.
11. Oh, okay.
11, yeah. And my son is 8.
Okay.
So
I have
my son
girls.
is prepared for tomorrow, but my daughter is sick, unfortunately. So she stay home.
That stinks.
Yeah,
Oh.
but yeah, as you said, at the beginning, we can just start with not so hard exposures, and it is really important that we can just delay compulsions, and this is also a big win at the beginning. And we should remember that because people think that if they don't, they make no progress. And this is wrong, because sometimes 1 minute, 2 minutes is a really big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. So, when you have that intrusive thought or image or command in your head, you can say OCD. I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no, but start bugging me again in 5 minutes. Because if we answer that with like, no, I'm not going to, or yes, I will, it kind of defeats the purpose. But if you're just like, allow yourself to sit with that discomfort just for 5 minutes. And of course, in the beginning, it's going to come bug you after a minute, but you can be like, hey, it hasn't hit 5 minutes yet. Bug me at 5 minutes, and then I'll give you an answer if I'll be doing that. And a lot of times, once we delay it a few more times, our discomfort and distress will start just kind of lowering on its own.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is the same situation as with going to the gym. At the beginning, we start with not so heavy weights, and then every single week we start doing more and more, and we train our body that we can do hard things with our muscles. And the same situation is with our brain. We can retrain our brain with exposures and response prevention, because this is really important.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like it was a question.
Yeah.
Tips for confronting avoidances that have lasted years. Can you give me some more, or I don't know if you want to start answering that, but I feel like I might need a little bit more information.
Yeah.
Tips for confronting avoidance. I guess while we get more info, I can always explain that flipping the coin technique that I was talking about.
Yeah. So for me, when I had problem with avoidance of many things, I think the small steps are important, and we don't have to do the big thing at once, but we can do small steps and face our fears slowly, and then we can do a really hard exposures. But I think here the question is about avoidance for years. So this is, I think, the same with like with doing compulsions for a year. I had my first OCD symptoms when I was 10, and for many years I trained my brain to do this incorrect behaviors. So here we have
32. Do you feel comfortable sharing what you are avoiding? Just to, I don't know, that could be helpful just to get a little bit more information, like if it's a specific place, like a grocery store, or if it's kind of avoiding flying, or, then we could kind of give you more specific information.
Yeah, and here we can also tell people that this live stream is not therapy, it is educational stuff. So if you guys need any therapy or professional help, you can reach professional therapists, like Kristin.
So, like medical stuff. Okay, I've had a few people come in for various medical phobias or health anxiety. Sometimes I'll start them off with like a coloring sheet. I'll just go on the internet and print out like a large black and white image of maybe a person getting their blood pressure or a person getting surgery, and I'll have them color it in the session. And then sometimes, taking that up a notch, I'll have them go park in front of a hospital and then color the coloring sheet. Sometimes that can, yeah, help initiate it a little bit.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that. If you have any questions, just comment. And I have also, this is something that I like to compare when we speak about avoidance and about exposure and response prevention, because this is totally two opposite things. And when we speak about avoidance, avoidance makes our world smaller. We started avoiding things and we started avoiding our life. And we are scared of going to grocery stores, to hospitals, going for a walk, going to public toilets, and stop it. And sorry.
Oh my God.
And our world is like a small box. And exposure and response prevention help us get out of this box. And out of this box, there are a beautiful life with many different amazing things, amazing experiences. And there are also fears. And this is something normal because life is so we can face our fears, but also at the same time we can do wonderful things. For example, if I will be scared of heights, but I will love beautiful view in the mountains, this is something that I want to do and go there with my values. And the same situation is when we are talking about exposure and response prevention.
Yeah.
Sorry, I talk a lot.
No, I love that. You're so knowledgeable and you explain really well.
Yeah, guys, if you have any question, you have a great opportunity. And I have question for you, Kristin. What are the common mistakes when people are doing exposures, or what mistakes can therapists make with planning exposures?
Those are really great questions. I would say a lot of mistakes, or one of the biggest mistakes I see is, clients will be doing these exposures over and over again, and they come in and they're like, I'm still having the same SUDS level, which is like, for people watching the selective units of distress. And then what I find is kind of what I mentioned earlier is that they're doing the physical exposures, but the mistake that they're making a lot is that they're in their head kind of reassuring themselves or even letting OCD know that they just have to get through this exposure and they can, I don't know, like wash their hands after they get done doing this.
Because we know OCD is so tricky, and even small reassurance in our head, it's a mistake. So we have to be aware of that, and also therapists should spread this awareness to clients, I think, because this is really hard when we face our fears, especially when we are not at the therapy session, but when we are between session, and we should do our homework. And I think this is also a mistake because many people think that all work they should do are on therapy appointment, and we know that this is not true.
No, it's a very, unique type of therapy. And
Mhm.
I tell clients too, like, I know normally, like with talk therapy and everything else, like it's very much you and me, but I let clients know from the beginning, like you will have way more success if your spouse, your mom, or whoever you live with kind of joins in on treatment as well. Because if you're doing your exposures really well, but then you're going to be asking your significant other these reassurance questions, and if they're not taught properly how to respond, it will kind of keep you stuck.
Yeah, and for people who who are struggling with that, with OCD, and who are going to therapy, I think we should tell this right now. The most important job is at home, in your at your work, in your environment, because sometimes we can be not honest with our therapists because we know that this is hard. This is hard work, and uh, we should know that only we are responsible for our mental health, and therapists can show us the direction. Where should we go? What should we do? But the most of the work is on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. On our shoulders. Well, it's not
Yeah,
really on it.
yeah. But with the right therapist, this is amazing. With the right therapist, we can feel safe. We can be our authentic selves, and if we trust our therapist, and this connection is really strong,
Mm-hmm.
there is this is much easier to do exposures and to trust ourselves and to trust our therapists. So this is for me especially, and for many people, this is important when we speak uh, about therapy. The connection between therapist and the client is I think is crucial, because when people are not aware and are hiding their feelings and their emotions, they will also hiding if they do exposures or not. And
Mm-hmm.
therapist is not whisperer, or
Yeah,
doesn't
the
have a
psychic.
magic wand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think I think with exposure and response prevention, also sometimes people make mistake because they want to go through this process too fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to do a really hard exposure, and we know that with OCD it is not so simple, because this is the process and this is not linear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be discouraging that, I mean, of course, like you want to go to therapy or start ERP and you want that instant relief, but it does, take a lot of work and time. I mean, if
Yeah,
you think about it, a lot of people have had OCD for so many years before they get proper ERP treatment. So it's like we're
yeah,
kind of undoing and looking through all of like 20 years or so, you know. So it takes a lot of
yeah,
work.
yeah. But I also really like this when you have live your life with OCD and with compulsions, and on the other side you have exposure and response prevention, and doing hard things, but then getting your your life back, and living a really beautiful life.
Hmm.
Maybe not without intrusive thoughts, because this is not possible, but living with your values. I will always choose the hard work and exposure response prevention and facing my fears, because we know how hard it is to live with untreated OCD.
Yeah. Yeah. It just really becomes so debilitating. Yeah. And
Yeah.
ERP too is, I feel like it can also just be general life skills. It's really teaching us to sit with that discomfort of so many different things, like
Yeah.
trying out for a soccer team or a test. I mean, it's really just having us sit with that discomfort and the unknown for different situations that may not even be relevant to our OCD theme.
hmm Yeah, and this is something, so in real life, this is something normal and natural. We have triggers everywhere, absolutely everywhere. And we don't know when something will trigger us or no. And exposure and response prevention, I think I know it is something that we can control and do this step by step to teach our brain to teach our brain how to react or how to not react to intrusive thoughts, and how to response prevention. And then it's much easier in real life when something big is happening, a really big trigger is,
Mhm.
you know, appear from out of nowhere, because life is hard, and there are so many fears every single day.
Mhm. Yeah, just a maybe, maybe not.
Yeah,
We'll see how it goes.
yeah, and we are not able to avoid all those fears and triggers, because we should just stop thinking, and this is not possible, because triggers
Mhm.
can pop up in our head just like that, and we can lie on the bed, and yeah. So I think the
Yeah.
most important message today is that we should face our fears. Sometimes this is easier, sometimes it is really hard, but it is worth the effort, and we can get our lives back from OCD.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Does it just move on
Oh,
its Does it move on its
no,
own?
no, this is
Oh,
this is my arm.
I thought it was like moving on its own or something. I was like, that's really creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is live stream Halloween edition, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
I also faced my fears, because I don't know how people will react for this. I also had fears if I will be on time, because it took 1 hour. And then
oh.
I realized that my phone is discharged, but I have connected my phone right now. So I have also every single live stream. It's like facing my fears,
Yeah.
because I have no idea how the conversation will be going, how many people will be joining, what if no one join us. This is really common questions, but as I said you before live stream, we just going to have fun today, and educate people. And if no one will join, or no one would ask for something, I will share this live stream for the future purposes, and people can see what really ERP is and how facing our fears important is.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, right before it started, I texted you and I was what did I say? Like, what if no one engages? And you're like, we'll see. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
This
appreciate that
this
response because yeah.
yeah. Yeah, this is something normal, and I'm really happy that there was a question, a really important question, because our topic today is that we can choose to between facing our fears and between avoiding our life. And
Mhm.
the answer is really easy because through avoidance, I think we can't live with our life because we're avoiding life. So
Yeah.
we should facing our fears, guys.
You
Yeah.
just keep going.
Tomorrow I have to do the same because my
Oh,
son want me to go with him.
are you just gonna sleep with yours on, and so you have to do it again? Kind of just like sleep
Uh,
calmly like this.
I don't think so. It is not possible. But I hope I will be able to clean it up from my face, to wash it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you have like work and stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But last year, I used a regular paints from my daughter's school, and my face was like, I wasn't able to speak.
Oh no.
And this is special paints for face, so
Good. I'm glad you got the
yeah,
right kind for this.
special, especially for this live stream.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like it. Yeah.
yeah, I
It looks
think
like
I
three
think we've
people.
got guys. If you have any question for us about OCD, about facing our fears, about avoidance, how can we start with ERP or something around this topic? Just let us know. You can leave question in question box. We have few minutes. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Ask
And
away. Any scary themes?
yeah. And this this sometimes this feels like this is impossible when we speak about facing our fears. But then if we start doing this regularly, we we realize that we are able to do this and we can do these hard things. And the happiness at this moment when I feel that, so something triggers me, I feel the urge to do compulsions, mental compulsions, whatever, and then I decided to go through the day with my values, and I prevent I don't do compulsion, and this win is so incredible. This feeling is so incredible, and it shows us that yeah, we can do this.
Mm. Aw. Did you ever give your OCD a name?
Yeah,
You did? What's your OCD's name?
my OCD's name is Leon.
Leon?
Yeah,
I
and
like it.
my OCD is a smile dinosaur
What'd you say?
and small dinosaur
Mm-hmm.
and called Leon. And yeah, and I sometimes I talked to him, Leon, shut up, not this time.
Mm-hmm. Leon, I hope you like this. I'm gonna do this on purpose to aggravate you.
Yeah, and I want to thank you, an amazing girl who draws me. She is amazing, amazing drawer.
Yeah.
She may created drawings, really amazing, and she created Leon for me.
Wow. That's awesome. Hi.
So it's like,
Hi.
yeah.
Hi.
So he starts eating sweets today, and tomorrow we are going to face our fears
Mm-hmm.
together.
I like how he just came and like saw you and he didn't even like get surprised that you had the face paint on.
Yeah, he is amazing, and I think I think he he has no fears at the moment like a kid, and he did a really amazing things that will be scary for me, but that shows me that if he can, I also can. And I will tell you a short story long. That's, can I say? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I will tell you a short story. I I love skateboarding with my son. He is 8, and for many months I was scared to do one trick, and he told me, because he can do this. He told me, Daddy, you can do just this, and this, and everything will be fine. And I decided, okay, I will face my fears just to tell him that he is the best teacher in the world. And you know what?
Aw,
I did
awesome.
it. And I did it.
That's so cool.
And
That's
it
really
shows
awesome.
that we can face our fears, and
Mm-hmm.
behind our fears are really amazing, wonderful life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do think having kids, I mean, that really gets you out of your comfort zone quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we don't have any questions. So
No, thank you for
it was,
the one question though with the avoidance and the medical stuff. Hopefully
yeah,
we were able to give you a little bit of insight or help with that.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Kristin, for this wonderful conversation. I'm so happy that we were able to talk together, and I hope we can meet together in Seattle next year.
Yes, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm going to not avoid you when I will see you. I promise. I promise.
Okay.
Sometimes when you are, especially when I was for the first time in Chicago, it was something weird to see people who I know from Instagram, but just come and say, "Oh, hi, I'm Lucas," or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Yeah, there were
but
so
yeah,
many people I saw and I like forgot their name at first. So I went up to them and said like their Instagram handle. I was like, "You're such and such on Instagram."
yeah. So
Yeah.
if you will see me in Seattle like this, that will be so Lucas from Poland. So just
I will.
kidding, just kidding.
I mean, that would be pretty cool if you went to a event or a talk with face paint on. Yeah.
Everything is possible. So I know that sometimes I'm weird, but
Who
I love
knows? I
that.
guess we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
So thank you so much. See you in Seattle and have a wonderful day. And yeah,
All
and
right.
And happy birthday.
No, it's my anniversary tomorrow.
Ah, so
My
happy
wedding
anniversary.
anniversary.
So, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, sorry,
June.
my brain. So happy anniversary.
That would be cool too if my birthday was on Halloween. But yes, but thank you. I
Yeah,
hope you have fun with your kids and yeah.
thank you so much. See you next
Okay.
time.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Oh gosh.